Hi everybody, it is March the 8th, 2021 and the lead developer from DayZ, Adam Francu, apologies if I'm saying that wrong, has released a blog post about DayZ in 2021, the future of DayZ this year and the exciting things they're hoping to bring to the game. And there's some really cool stuff in here as well. Very, very exciting indeed. Now, let's have a look. Hello, survivors. We kicked off the new year with the release of Game Update 1.11. While the update might not be packed with new features and content, it did allow us to focus on our backlog of issues and provided us with enough space to prepare for this year's schedule. As mentioned in our previous DayZ in 2020 article, we are committed to supporting DayZ through 2021 by releasing regular game updates, just like we did in 2020. Support will come in the form of new content, features, balancing and continual bug fixing. This article will outline part of our focus for this year. So this is the cool stuff. One thing we'll continue introducing to the game is new firearms. Unlike previous years, we intend to mix things up more by introducing weapons which weren't present in the legacy version of DayZ. So DayZ mod and DayZ pre.63. You can already see evidence of this with the brand new SVAL rifle, which we introduced in the last game update. Another area of focus that's important for us this year is balancing the damage system. For example, we intend to look at how we can improve melee, mainly against the infected, including a more consistent way of landing stealth kills, rewarding players for stealth approach. Now, straight away, that's amazing, isn't it? When you see that, look, whoa, wait a minute. We're actually going to be able to properly creep up on the infected, on the zombies, and kill them without them aggroing and telling all their mates. Now that's really important, that I think, to make the zombie experience of DayZ much better than it is. Now I'm not of the same camp where people go, oh, it's terrible. I think you have to treat zombies with a little bit of respect, because obviously if you get tapped by a number of them, they can kill you really quickly. But I really would like to see something, I guess, along the lines like they have in State of Decay 2 is a good example, where you can shoot zombies and they all aggro and they start running towards you, or you can creep around and you can stealth kill them, one at a time to stay away from those big hordes. We would also like to look into differentiating more individual firearms, as well as increasing the chances of PvP encounters ending in an unconscious state rather than instant death. Yeah, I think this is interesting. So again, I was going to say, the assault rifles, let's make them different. Probably like have the AK with loads of recoil, but it hits harder, and the M4 with less recoil, but it doesn't hit quite as hard. And I think that unconscious state thing is important. I know lots of people want it, but I think it's important the fact that you can have a PvP encounter with someone, and you shoot them and they don't die. So that way you can wander up to them, and you could choose just to take their stuff if you wanted to, or you can choose to tie them up and then have a bit of a role play experience afterwards. Or you may well get hit by someone from a distance away. You're sniped. You collapse into a bush and they can't find you. They come looking for you to finish you off, but they can't find you until you wake up, and then you bandage and you have a chance to kill them. So yeah, I think that's a very, very good idea. Along with our efforts to improve melee with the infected, there will be a larger focus on infected AI reactions to their surroundings. More good stuff. This includes balancing existing noise sources and adding new ones, such as light or doors opening. We'd also like to experiment with some new capabilities for the infected AI. So again, sounds really good, isn't it? So at night, you've got a torch, the zombies are going to hear it. You open a door, the zombies are going to hear it. New capabilities for the infected AI? Well, they can already climb over fences, can't they? And vault over small walls. I think we're looking at zombies opening doors. It's got to be that, hasn't it? And gates. It has to be. Or be able to burst through them. It has to be. To spice up your adventures, we've begun to looking into introducing a new type of environmental threat to both of our maps. So this is interesting. Environmental threat. So you got to think, what could an environmental threat be? It could be an animal, and another predator, It could be radiation, something like that. I mean, if you think about it, it could be heat. You know, we are in Eastern Europe, so I guess it does get hot in the summer, but would it get hot enough where you could get sunstroke? Maybe. I don't know, what else could it be? I don't know. We intend to improve feedback to players on the state of their character. This could include various states like bleeding, hunger, thirst, and more through post-processed sounds, effects, or particles. Yeah, so I think we've seen the start of this with the shock graphics you get. You know, when you get the vignette, when you get hit by a zombie, you kind of get that dark vignette comes on, doesn't it? It restricts your view. I think it'll be stuff like that. Also being considered is further iteration of the in-game respawn menu. Fair enough. We want to focus more on seasonal events, mainly by introducing additional events throughout the year, as well as enriching the events themselves, mostly through new in-game assets. Yeah, I mean, basically at the moment we just have Christmas, don't we, with the Christmas trees and the presents that appear. Last but certainly not least, we will continue to support our creative community, i.e. modders and server owners. Great. Our plan is to release 4 more game updates this year, and in an effort to breathe fresh air into the official Hive, we've also decided to incorporate semi-regular wipes of character and server persistent files, bases, vehicles, etc. We won't be doing these wipes with every update, but we do want to make sure there's an ending and a new beginning every 3 to 4 months. We already started with game update 1.11 and we expect to do 2 more this year. While these wipes will always be synchronized with game updates, the reasons are purely balance related and not of a technical nature. We remain committed to providing backward compatibility between updates, so none of these wipes will be forced onto community run servers. Rest assured that all wipes will always be announced a few weeks ahead of schedule. During that time we might spice things up a bit on the official Hive, as we did with 1.11, and increase the current of helicopter crash sites. In order to achieve all of the above and more, we continue to expand our development team. If you happen to be interested or know someone who is, check out our website for available positions. On behalf of the DayZ team, Adam. I mean, there's some exciting ideas out there, isn't there? Very, very exciting. Zombies opening doors. A new environmental threat, radiation zones, or a new... What could be the animal if it was an animal? What could it be? We've got wolves, we've got bears... Dogs, wild dogs, they're a bit like wolves though, aren't they? Snakes, don't know, are there many snakes in Eastern Europe? Wasps, killer bees. And better melee. And more, I mean, I'm not that bothered about more firearms, but yeah. So, very, very cool from Adam. Fantastic that he's come out with this, prior to 2021's update, so we can expect the, more... development of DayZ, a bigger team working on DayZ, and come on, Adam, come on. You know what we want on console? We want Namalsk. We want Deer Isle. You can do it for us, mate. You can. We'll pay money. We will pay money for Namalsk and Deer Isle. We will pay Benny £10 each to play Deer Isle on console. Just get it to a semi-finished state. Doesn't even have to be completely finished. We can update it, and we would give Bohemia Interactive and Benny, the guy behind Deer Isle, would give him £10 each to download and play that map on PlayStation and Xbox. We would. You would make an awful lot of money. Come on, bring that to us in 2021. Anyway, that's enough from me. Hope you found it useful. What do you think? Put your questions in the comments down below. I will, of course, see you again soon.